Good morning vlog. I was finally approved for My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney ARC on NetGalley. I already pre-ordered it, but I wound up getting approved for the audiobook. And I said, I'll take whatever I can get. I'll take whatever I can get at this point. I started it this morning and dude, oh man, Alice Feeney just knows how to draw you in with a story. I feel so compelled to what's going on. She keeps you like just asking yourself questions like, what are these two POVs have in common? And briefly, and this is the only thing I know about this book, but I'm hearing such great things from other ARC readers. A woman goes for a jog, and when she comes back to her house, her key is not working to her house, and a woman answers the door looking eerily like her, like, who are you? Why are you in my house? And she's like, what are you talking about? This is my house. I'm Eden, and this is my husband. And the husband's just going along with it. Oh my gosh, like, can you imagine that happening to you? I would literally like throw hands. Like, what do you mean that's your husband? Eden, or one of our POVs, she's like, okay, I don't have my phone, I don't have my stuff, and the woman is wearing her rings, everything. And she's like, she's just so confused. She's a painter. She has an exhibit to showcase her work later that day. And so she's like, okay, I don't know what to do. It's cold where they live. They just moved to this house a couple of months ago. So she doesn't really know anybody. It's freezing. Like, she's just wearing jogging clothes. She doesn't have her phone. She doesn't have anything. She wants up jogging to the exhibit. And she sees this replica of her. Like, she's like, how does this woman kind of look like me? But she looks older. She looks like in her 40s. I'm not sure how old Eden is, but I think she's 30. Her husband's there. The lady is doing a speech and everything. And she's like, who the fuck is this woman? And the police are not believing her. She tells the police, like, I'm Eden. This is my exhibit. This is my work. Like, I don't know who this woman is, but no one believes her. And so she's just unstuck. And then we go to our second POV and we're following Birdie. Her name is Olivia Bird, but she goes by Birdie. And she hasn't had a great upbringing. Personality seems like she's angry, and she just sees the world like in like a very dark light. And she's kind of like sulky. And right off the bat, like, they're two different people. You know what I mean? She's 40 years old. And we're following her straight from the hospital. Apparently she went to her general practitioner and they suggested that she do a follow-up since now she's 40 years old. I'm making breakfast, by the way. Since she's 40 years old, to just have her routine follow-up. And when they were doing that, they found some shadows. So now she's doing further testing in an MRI machine, and she finds out, and this is like literally chapter 3, so very early on, she just finds out not good news, unfortunately. And it sucks. I was like, damn, dude, that's horrible. So, and on top of that, this is 6 months prior to, I guess, Eden's POV. So we're following her. She's like, I'm not gonna cry. Like, this world is a shitty place. And so she leaves, she goes home. She has a dog named Sunday, which I actually really like that name for a dog. He's a husky, and that's the only person the only thing she cares about. She doesn't have family. She's all alone. Like, I have things to do before I go, pretty much. I'm not gonna let this get to me because I have things I gotta do before the time ends. And so she has a plan in motion that we don't know yet of what the heck is going on. And so she's at home eating with her dog, and someone knocks on her door. She lives on top of a bookstore, and she's like, well, no one knows where I live. Literally, no one knows me. Like, I don't have anyone. So she's like, who the hell is this person knocking on my door? And it's a guy in like a suit, and apparently he's like, I guess, a lawyer. And he's like, are you Olivia Bird? And she's like, yeah, who the hell are you? And he's like, your grandma passed away a few weeks ago and I'm handling her affairs. And she's like, I don't have a grandma. He's like, yes, you do. Everyone has a grandma, and she passed away and she left you a pretty decent amount. Just looks at this guy and she's like, no, and slams the door in his face. So that's kind of where I'm at. And that's kind of what I'm gonna share, only because it's in the beginning, like literally straight in the beginning of the book. So far, I'm very, very interested in what the heck is going on. And it's feeling so eerie, and it's feeling like, oh gosh, I just love Alice Feeney's books. And this is a 5-star prediction, so I'm so excited. So I'm gonna make my breakfast. I'm going to keep listening to it on audio. And on top of that, first chapter is dramatized and it sounds so cool. Like you can hear her jogging, you can hear her knocking on the door. Like I thought that was so cool. But that was the only chapter that did that because now I haven't really heard anything after that. But I thought that was a great introduction to the book too.
I am 50% in. This book is so addictive. It is so mind-bending. I have no freaking clue where it's going. Anything could be a spoiler in this book, seriously. But a few things crazy has happened. And this is feeling like it has a sci-fi element too. And I'm like, are we trying something new, Alice Feeney? Because I don't think she's ever done something like this. I'm not mad at it. I'm enjoying it. I'm very intrigued by it. And yeah, it's like I didn't expect it, that's for sure. It's very interesting. And how all the POVs that they're sharing, how they're starting to connect is so good. I'm just like enjoying my time. Eden winds up selling all her things and she winds up selling her apartment in London and moved to Hope Falls to start her plan that she has, her plan in motion. Not sure still what it involves. Like they're giving us information, but they're still leaving us like on the edge of our seats. And I just love when books and I love when authors do that. And I just can't even imagine what the ending result will be. So far, things are starting to connect and I'm just like really enjoying connecting the dots to the story. But this is definitely a kind of book that you need to cancel all your plans because you're gonna finish it in one sitting. That's how addictive this book is.
To do press-ons for the first time. Pray for me. I have been on a journey to just do my nails at home. Now, I always have long nails. It's like in my genes. I have just really great nails. They're strong, they grow fast. I've been doing this at-home gel for the last like month or so. I've been loving it. It's the easiest gel at home that I have ever done because a couple of years ago I bought like gel nail polish from Amazon and the UV and all the things. But it got so goopy and like I would have too much gel on one hand. It looked a hot mess. And also I'm not a technician, so it could have been user error for sure. But it was just too much for me. I'm a very low maintenance type of girl, but I love self-care. I love doing things on my own, like facials and like everything, instead of wasting money, or not wasting money because I love getting pampered here and there. But knowing you can do it at home is just like, it feels so good. Really trying to find a nail polish that is gonna last, like gel, but easier to use. So I found this one at Target. I was just browsing and I'll put it on the screen. It's fairly affordable for the kit. It comes with a UV light. It comes with one nail polish. It was like a light pink, and it came with a filer and a few like, you know, things you need for your nails. I loved it. It was like under $20. And the pink one, it was so easy. I just did one coat, put it in the UV, done. And the pink one though did chip pretty fast, I gotta say, but it's so easy. Like it literally just popped right off. And then I would just redo that nail and then 30 seconds, I'm done, back to normal. So it was an easy fix. But I recently did this color. If you can see, the only two have left. It's like a burgundy. This didn't chip at all, like at all. And I've been wearing it for like over a week now. I'm just over the color. And I had a couple nails chip on me pretty short. So I literally trimmed my whole nails off and I'm just starting fresh. Because once one chips, they all gotta go. I can't do the whole, ooh, it just looks so ugly. So now I figured, you know, since my nails are pretty short right now, why don't I try the press-ons? Because my nails are never this short. Like it's very rare for my nails to be this short. So I figured let me take advantage of that. So I did find these at Dollar Tree. Everyone raves about press-ons from Dollar Tree, so I figured I'd snag some. And I found these gems. They're so beautiful. Like, look at that. It's kind of like a periwinkle, like a like a light purple, but it's like chrome. Absolutely beautiful. And then I got this also at Dollar Tree. I hope it's good, but I also got one at Amazon. So I think I'm gonna try that one too, just in case. And then I also got this on Amazon for like $12. And this is so good. Like, this is the best drill ever, in my opinion. It's so strong. It helps me get the gel off so fast. I've been loving that too. And so I have all of my stuff here. I'm trying to attempt to do this. I got my little eye cream, my eye mask on. I worked out and I took a shower. I have to go to work soon, so I'm just having some coffee. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. But I have updates. Okay? I finished My Husband's Wife a couple days ago. I just didn't feel like filming. I'm on my luteal phase, and when I'm on my luteal phase right before my period, oh, I'm just like aggy and I'm cranky, and I'm just like, I kind of want to be left alone. So I've been kind of feeling that way. So I just been engrossed in my books pretty much. And I devoured My Husband's Wife. I cannot wait for my physical copy. I already pre-ordered that a long time ago, because this book was a 5 fucking stars. 5 stars. This is my favorite thriller of the year. I cannot believe, like, my mind was freaking blown. This was like mind-bending. It blew my mind. This is, if you love Alice Feeney's books, or if you just love a really great, unique thriller, pre-order this immediately. You will be absolute, like, everyone is giving it 5 stars, and now I know why. I was like, holy shit, dude, this was, I'm gonna show you my notes, and I highly recommend, if you don't write notes while you're reading or listening to audiobooks, do it. It changes the game. Like, your experience is so much better because you don't miss anything. So I want to show you guys my notes, because oh my gosh. So in my little notepad, I always put the synopsis, Goodreads rating, my rating, how many pages, and the genre, and then of course the name and the author. And if it's an ARC, I put the publishing date, and then I put also trigger warnings for myself. And then down here, and the rest of whatever is my notes and my thoughts. I do like little recaps of like little things that happen, especially in the beginning, because by the time I'm done with the end, I'm just like, how did that happen again? And you know, it just, sometimes it leaves you questioning, and I don't want to feel like that. I want to really like soak in what I'm reading. And so these are my thoughts here on the bottom. And then it literally goes to the next page. Look at this. I literally have the whole page filled out, and I have clear sticky notes under that page, and then I put regular sticky notes on top of that. That is how crazy this book got. I was just like, I have to record this. I have to like literally record it, like write it so I don't forget this book, because holy crap, so many twists. I did not expect anything in this book, and man, when a thriller book can absolutely have me speechless, you're a 5-star, baby. You are a 5-star. This was phenomenal. This was so freaking good. I'm telling you, my favorite Alice Feeney book by far, and my favorite book of the whole year. The whole year, I'm telling you. And right under that is Caleb Stevens' You'll Never Know. After I finished that, I was like, holy shit, like, I kind of felt like I was in a slump because this book was so good. I'm like, what can top this? Nothing can top this in this moment in time. So I wound up also getting another ARC, but this one's out, and it was Caleb Stevens' Girls in the Cabin. This says it was released on Goodreads, at least. It says it was released on 2023, but I got the ARC audio on NetGalley republished. I'm not sure, but it is out. It's usually all his books are on Kindle Unlimited. You can check them out. This would be my 3rd book from Caleb Stevens. You'll Never Know, which is recent release. I don't know if I did a reading vlog on that, but I know I did a wrap up in my October wrap up. I talk about it. That one's 5 stars. That was so good. So good. And then I read his, put on the screen. I'm like blinking. But that one was also very good. I rated 4 stars. So this is going to be my 3rd book from him. He is an auto by author. I love his writing style. I love the way from like the first chapter all the way out to the end. You're just like, holy shit. Like, it's so fast paced. It's action packed. It's like, stakes are always so high. And in this book, this is my current one, and I'm like 50% into the audio. First of all, the audio is phenomenal. I've only read physically his books before. This is my first audiobook from him. It's animated in the best way. It's not too animated. It's just right. Like you feel like you're there. It is dual narrated. It's just really atmospheric. This has a snowy atmosphere. They're in Colorado, and I didn't know that going into it. So I was like, oh, this is perfect for my winter reads, because I'm trying to read as many winter reads as possible. And I'm like, this is perfect for the time. So I'm so happy I got into it. 313 pages. On Goodreads, it has a 3.83, which it's obviously still good, but I fear this might be another 5-star. Like I'm speechless. I don't know. And in this book, we're following a dad. His name is Chris, and he has 2 daughters, Kayla and Emma, yes. And Kayla, I believe, is 16 or 17 years old, and Emma's 9 years old. And a year prior, they just lost their mom to cancer. Another thing Caleb Stevens does, he just makes you feel so hard for these characters. Like, you immediately feel connected to them, and there's always like a gut-wrenching element in his books, and I just respect it so much. And the mom passed away from breast cancer, and that hits home because my grandma had breast cancer. She fought it, thankfully. My mom had breast cancer. She fought it, thankfully. But needless to say, I felt it. I connected to it. They wound up going on a camping trip, and I have my notes here, that's why I'm looking down. But Chris decides to take the girls on a camping trip to kind of repair their relationship, because things have gotten rocky between him and his kids. So he's like, let's do it. We're going to be in the mountains. We're going to breathe in some nature. We're going to heal. We're going to bond again. Until Emma runs off to the woods, and they can't find her. And Emma has not spoken since her mom passed away almost a year ago, for like 9 months. She hasn't spoken one word. So now Kayla and Chris are looking for her in the woods. It's snowing, it's cold. They get lost finding Emma. And oh my gosh, like the feeling of being lost, and they can't even go anywhere. And Chris is like, scared for his children, scared for them, scared for him. You could feel the stress level. You can feel the anxiousness in his voice. And oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, you're just like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. And so they find, Emma, obviously, but they wound up finding a cabin. And the woman that lives in the cabin, her name is Clara. And Clara brings them in. She helps them. She's feeding them. But when they wake up the next day, Emma's gone. And so now Chris is trying to find Emma again, and it's just, oh my gosh, like the nerves, my anxiety, like I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then we're also getting a POV from 1994 to like 1998, late 90s, mid to late 90s, of Clara as a young girl and her upbringing. And oh my god, I'm 50%, like I said. There hasn't been one dull moment. I'm loving the setup of this book. It is so thrilling. It gets dark. Check your triggers for certain things, for sure, because there are some heavy topics in this book. But wow, like from like the 15%, I was already like, oh, what like I was doing the whole gasping in my car where I was like, I've been just listening to this book, everything I'm doing. I'm gonna finish it today, that's for sure. I only have like 4 hours left in the audio, and once again my notes, they're starting to pile up here, and that's how you know I'm just loving a book. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely highly recommend it. I'm hoping that ending really packs a punch. I'm coming from his other books, they always do, so I have high hopes. But just wanted to give you guys that update. I'm sorry if it was kind of long-winded, but a little check-in. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna drink some coffee while I finish my book, and I will check in with you guys when I'm finished. Good morning, friends. So I wanted to give you guys a reading update, and I did finish The Girls in the Cabin yesterday, and I did rate it 5 stars. I thought it was just so entertaining, and the emotion behind what was going on, I definitely felt it. And the twist of it, although I can see people saying it was predictable, I didn't predict it. And I was just like, oh, like I was very surprised in a good way. So I just had a great time with it. It was another great surprise that it was in a snowy atmosphere. So that was fun too, because Caleb Stevens' writing is just top tier. I love his writing style. The audiobook, like I said earlier, is so well narrated, so well animated, and dual narration was also really great. There was nothing wrong with that audiobook. That was really great audiobook and just a great book. I rated it 5 stars. So thoroughly entertained. There was not one moment that I felt like it was dragging or uninterested. Nothing. It was fun. Great read. I highly recommend it. It is on Kindle Unlimited. After that, I wanted a little bit of a fast paced, even though the book from Caleb Stevens was very fast paced. I kind of wanted like a popcorn thriller vibe. And I wound up starting Their Double Lives by Jamie Lynn Hendricks. Jamie Lynn Hendricks sent me her book. She sent me a few of her books, and I've read one of her books and I loved it. I love her writing style as well. She is not an indie author, but I've never heard of her, and I feel like she definitely needs more attention because her books are very entertaining. If you like Frida McFadden, you would love her books because I think she's better than Frida McFadden. Like, honestly, I've only read one book, like I said, but so far I'm 80% into this book, and there hasn't been a dull moment. There literally hasn't been a dull moment. So entertaining, multiple twists sprinkled all the way throughout, which I just love because it keeps you some more interesting, it keeps it more entertaining. There's no like, oh, 5 twists at the last 10%. Like, I hate that. Like, give me some twists or like cliffhanger chapters throughout the book so I can feel like, wow, this is like really packing that punch. And this is what I'm feeling with this book for sure. And in this book, we're following a woman. Her name is Kim, and she's a waitress at a very like prestigious country club. And one day she's doing her job, she's working, she's pouring drinks, they're having a very spectacular party. She's also very stressed out because she just found out her dog has multiple tumors that require life-saving surgery, but it's going to cost $10,000, which she doesn't have. So she's feeling very stressed out about that. She's trying to find a way where she can save her dog's life. She loves this dog so much. So she's trying to figure it out. And one day she winds up getting a package in front of her door, and it's a burner phone. The burner phone winds up calling and pretty much gives her a job to do. And all she needs to do is put a pill in someone's drink at the party, and she'll have enough money to fix her life. And that's what the job is. And she's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? She wound up not doing it. She was very close to. The person that she was supposed to put the pill in is her ex-boyfriend from 15 years ago, her first love. But back then he was a bad boy. And now he's this multi-millionaire. He's cleaned himself up. He's got a lot of money. He's very important. And he now has also a fiance with him. But instead of him dying that day, his fiance dies. And she's trying to figure out, am I the only one on a job here? Did the stranger, because that's what the person called himself on the phone, the stranger, put someone else to go on the job? Like, so now she's just like scared. She's looking over her shoulder, and it's just so intense. Like, I don't trust anyone in this book. I'm like, oh, I think it's him. And then you're like, it could be her too. Like, it makes you question, and it's so much fun. Very short chapters, and just the writing is very easy to read. You will fly through this, I promise. There's a whole bunch of other things that happen, but that is like the gist of what the book is about. But there's so much more to it. Like, it's just so entertaining, and I'm just having such a great time. I'm so glad I picked it up. This is exactly what I was in the mood for. Today's Friday, and I only work like a couple of hours on Fridays. So usually Fridays is like a me day. I need to go to Dollar Tree. I love going to Dollar Tree. I swear I always need something. I also need to go to Target to grab some presents for my babies and just a couple of things I ordered online. So I'll do that. Maybe I'll get some coffee on the way. It's like 45 degrees here in Florida. It's so cold and it feels so nice. The sun's out. It's beautiful blue skies. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. I did start reading so fast. So this is an arc from NetGalley. I was approved a couple days ago. And ever since I read her other book from Serafina Novaglass, I'll put it on the screen, but I read that this month and I rated 5 stars. It was so phenomenal. So I saw that she was coming out with a new book, the pub date on the screen. But so far I'm on chapter 3. Because it's an arc, it doesn't really tell me how many pages it is. Right now I'm on chapter 3. It says I'm 16% in. I flew through that 16%. I was walking on my treadmill this morning and I was glued to this. I walked for almost an hour and it felt like no time passed. When you're doing something so mundane as to walking on a treadmill and you forget you're even walking on a treadmill, that means it's a good book. But in the first chapter, it's already like, what the fuck? So right there, it's grabbing me, and I'm just loving the way this author writes, like, pieces together and how she tells a story. It's so compelling, and I'm very, very much into this. And I don't really know much about it. I don't want to know too much about it. What I gather, rich people town, following some wives, and we're learning a little bit about each. We did have about 3 POVs so far, and they're all the wives, and there's so much drama. There's so much drama. I'm here for the drama. Mainly following Regan, and she lost her husband, I believe, like a year ago or so. And so it's just her and her daughter Haley, and this is all in the literal first chapter. She and I think it's in the synopsis as well. She's at a barbecue, but because they're rich and fancy, it's like a fancy barbecue. So the whole town is there. They're enjoying themselves. They're having drinks. They're talking. They're kind of giving the gossip on who they don't like and all this stuff. And then someone's like, "Hey, we ran out of ice. Can you go get ice?" And she's like, "Oh, I've been drinking here. Take my car and go get the ice." So the person that's kind of like organizer of the whole party, she's like, "Okay, I'll go, that's fine, let me use your car." She goes, she gets in the car, and all of a sudden there's a freaking explosion, and the car exploded. And it was supposed to be Regan in the car because it was Regan's car, and Regan's like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on?" And so there starts the story. So that's really like all I know. And so far, oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, I think there's already been like 3, I don't want to say twists, but like cliffhanger. Like, I already had a moment where I was like, what the fuck? And I'm only on chapter 3. So far, loving it, just enjoying reading this too. So I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm tandem reading this book. Well, I will give you guys an update later, and I'll take you along with me wherever I go. Okay, I'm back from Dollar Tree. I didn't even have time to sit there. I'm gonna have to go somewhere after work and find somewhere to read because I definitely don't want to be home on this beautiful day. So I'm gonna try to find a place to go after work so I can read the new book, Too Close to Home by Serafina Novaglass. But I did want to update you guys because I finished Their Double Lives by Jamie Lynn Hendricks, and I'm rating this 4.5 stars. If you love Frida McFadden, you will love Jamie Lynn Hendricks. She has a very fun writing style. Every chapter has a sprinkle of twist, drama, revenge. Like, it's just so good. And it's just a fun brain break. She's perfect. Great popcorn thriller. Though it was a little predictable, I don't mind it. It was fun. It was refreshing. I get that way with Frida McFadden too. Sometimes I predict it, but I still had a good time. And I feel the same way with Jamie Lynn Hendricks. There's humor in it. You can really picture what the story is telling. I would highly recommend this author. She needs more love. She needs more light shined on her. And you can even check out Hoopla because a lot of her books are on there as well. Now I'm going to focus on my ARC, Serafina Novaglass, because I've been really loving that book. Also, I wanted to show you guys my nails. Like, in the sun, you can tell it's like that chrome, or I don't know what to call this, but it's like iridescent. It like changes in the sun. I think for my first time doing press-ons, I did a really good job. I did notice with my thumb, my ring finger, I need to find a little bit of a larger shape. So I have to test out more of the nail shapes, but I think I did pretty good. And for this to be Dollar Tree, and the nail glue was Dollar Tree, and it's sturdy. Like, it is sturdy. I was so nervous that I was gonna feel like I was scared that they were gonna be too weak. So like, I was gonna be touching everything very daintily because I didn't want to like pop them off. But I'm doing all my normal stuff. Sometimes I'm even forgetting that they're on because I always have my regular long nails. So it feels like my natural nail. But then I'm like, oh, let me be more gentle because I don't want to pop off the nails. But they are not coming off. Like, I feel like they're holding on really, really well. I mean, it's only been a day. But let's see. I'm going to see how long it lasts. I'll definitely do this more when I have those times where my nails, you know, I got to just start fresh. But I love them. They're really pretty. And I just feel like something like this at the nail salon would really cost me like close to $100. So I don't know. It was fun. It was fun to try it out. But I did, when I was at Dollar Tree, I was looking at the books, of course, and I finally found some decent looking books because, man, the last couple of months, I haven't been finding anything at Dollar Tree. I was like, damn, Dollar Tree, you were doing real good at one point, and now you're just like you're not it anymore. I found this book, 27 minutes. I just got this at Book Outlet. I mean, granted, I only paid $5.99, but damn it. I found it for $1.50 at freaking Dollar Tree. I got it anyway because maybe I can do like a giveaway or something, because this book sounds so good and it's in great condition. Like, heck yeah, I thought this was so cool. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to maybe do a giveaway or something, because I have a feeling that book's gonna be really good. I found this one because I have seen this circulate social media and it just looks really cool. It's Young Rich Widows, and it looks like there's a few authors. Oh, I didn't even notice that. So Lane Fargo, I loved They Never Learn. And then Vanessa Lilly, which I read a book from her last month. I wasn't wowed by that specific book. The writing style, though, I really enjoyed, so I'll definitely be reading more of her books. She's an Indigenous author. And then there's Kimberly Bell, I don't know that one, and Kate Houlihan. Don't know that author either. And it's blurbed by Geneva Rose. I love Geneva Rose. And it's she said, an 80s romp with big hair and even bigger secrets. Grab your popcorn and settle in for this incredibly fun and twisty read. Oh, I'm so good. I swear I just like looked at it and I was like, yeah, throw it on the cart. Like, I didn't even read anything on here. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the cover is really nice. It says 1985 Rhode Island, a private jet carrying 4 partners of a Providence law firm crashes outside New York City, killing all abroad, but leaving behind more questions than answers, setting the stage for 4 widows to find the truth. Oh man, this sounds cool. And then it shows the 4 widows' names and like who they are. So we have Justine, a former fashion model adjusting to suburban life. Camille, a beautiful young second wife whom some suspect is a gold digger. And then we have Meredith, a stripper who was in a relationship with the firm's only female partner. Oh, that's messy. I love it. And then Crystal, a founding partner's wife committed to the firm being a legacy for her sons. And then it says, while the crash is initially ruled a tragic accident, something's not adding up, that the team wasn't supposed to be in New York that day. And it soon revealed there was a very large sum of cash that burned up with the plane. The manic chase to uncover the mafia lace secrets gives this rip-roaring read. Oh my God, that is a tongue twister. A rip-roaring read and rad vibe that will linger longer after the 80s soundtrack fades and the hairspray falls. Okay, this sounds like it's gonna be so much fun. Oh my God, I'm so excited I found this for $1.50. And then this one too, the cover just grabbed me. I love pink covers, I love them. And I'm assuming this is a romance from the cover. But the cover was really nice. And on the back, it just says, no, I tell Miles, despite all the evidence to the contrary that's piling up, no, this isn't happening. This cannot be happening. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. It'll be Thursday and everything will be fine. You're probably right, he says, settling back into the booth, amusement still flickering in his eyes. I must be the figment of your imagination. Even my imagination wouldn't be that cruel. And I'm assuming, it says, after a messy high school experience, but when school begins on September 21st, everything goes wrong. She's humiliated by the know-it-all in her physics class. She botches her interview for the college paper, and at a party that night, she accidentally sets a frat house on fire. She panics and flees, and when she realizes her roommate locked out in their dorm, she falls asleep in the common room. The next morning, Barrett's perplexed to find herself back in her dorm room, no longer smelling of ashes and crushed dreams. It's September 21st again, and after a confrontation with Miles, the guy from Physics 101, she learns she's not alone. He's been trapped for months. Ooh, I knew this was a good one. Oh, so it's kind of like that book from Geneva Rose that came out this year, that she went back in time or something. Oh, this sounds fun. This sounds fun. And this is a YA. It's for ages 14 and up. So this will be just like a lighthearted palate cleanser type book. So I don't know, I just thought this was cool, and I'm assuming there's going to be a romance involved as well. So love the cover, never seen it before, love finding books that I don't normally see. I have to get ready for work, and then after work we'll see what we do, and I will bring you along with me.
Hay algo en ti, baby. ¿Será que tú no entiendes a mí? Yo que andaba en busca de cosas interesantes, en mi camino te encontré tal cual como un diamante. Siento que te necesito para estar que me tiene cantando lo-fi.
Hello vlog. It's been a few days and I wanted to give you guys a reading update because your girl has been reading. I am in such a good reading mood. All weekend I was reading Too Close to Home by Serafina Nova Glass, about 70%. This book is so good. I have been trying to read it at a good pace because I'm just like, I don't want to finish it. That's how good it is. And for me to not want to like finish a book, screams 5-star. And if this is another 5-star, because I rated that 5 stars. That was my first book from this author. And this is going to be my second. I am so excited if this is going to be a 5-star. And so far, I told you guys we're getting different POVs of different mothers in the neighborhood. Only 3 POVs as of right now, 70% in, and they are alternating. So it'll go from Andy, then Sasha, Regan, and then it'll circle back to what the POVs are. So they're going in order, and every POV is drama filled. Literally, it's just drama, drama, drama. Each person has their own set of secrets and their own set of like crazy things that are happening to them. So with Regan, she was the person that her car blew up in the first chapter, and she was like, it was supposed to be me in that car, and the other person wound up dying, Allie. And then on top of that, she's battling losing her husband, I believe 2 years prior. She's a young girl with him, and so she's battling grief. She is constantly popping pills to help with her panic attacks, with her depression, and she feels like she's just not functioning, and she feels like she's just not even alive. And I really like her POV, but she's not my favorite POV. But in her POV that I just finished, something crazy just happens, and oh my god, it's so good. And I'm like, I cannot wait to go back to her POV because, you know, it goes in order. So her POV it was like subtle at first, but now it's like really, really getting to the good stuff. But Andy's POV, girl, she is like, shit hit the fan in like the second chapter in her first POV. And it's just been riding that wave ever since. She has my anxiety through the roof. She has me like literally almost hyperventilating, like that feeling of hyperventilation, and you're just like, oh my god, girl, oh my god, like what the fuck. She is my favorite POV by far. What she's dealing with in her POV, oh man, like I'm rooting for her. I'm really rooting for her. And they're all friends. They're really good friends, and I really like the friendship dynamic in this book as well. And oh my gosh, Andy's POV is so good. It's so juicy. And so she's kind of dealing with the same thing that she's been dealing with and trying to get through it. And I'm just like so curious how the hell she's gonna get through this, because holy shit, she is in a deep, deep hole. And our last one, Sasha, she's like the newest person that's living in the neighborhood. She moved in about a year ago, and she clicked with the 2 other girls, and they just kind of kept a good friendship ever since. She has a child from her second husband, which is her current husband, and I think she's young. She's like under 10 years old or something like that, but she has an older son that's 16 from her previous marriage. And her ex-husband is an alcoholic. When they were married, they were like renovating homes, and they were just kind of like fixer-uppers, and then they would resell them. And they were in a great relationship. They wound up going to Mexico, I think, to work, do a job. I'm not sure exactly. And on the way back, a man was in the airport, and they asked them for a favor. I don't want to say too much because this could be spoiler. And so they did the favor because they're good people, and that was not a good idea. And they got into some real deep shit after that. And so ever since then, the ex-husband just went downhill, and he got a habit of alcohol and never got out of it, unfortunately. So she goes occasionally to make sure he's okay. So that's her relationship with him. You know, she still cares for him, but he's not the same ever since that situation. She's remarried, she has that other daughter, but you know, the older son, he's kind of going through this phase of like puberty, but becoming a man. But he has a ton of secrets, like the son. And we just found out some really juicy stuff when it comes to the son. And I was like, bro, what is this little boy up to? What are you up to? What are you doing? And he's just hiding a lot of things. And Sasha has been like noticing things about him. Like she's like, what's going on with him? So she's kind of like been following him. He's very like standoffish. He's a little rude to his mom. There was points in the book where I'm like, boy, if you don't act right, if you do not correct your tone, I'm gonna be your mother. I was feeling so bad for Sasha. I was like, Sasha, if you don't freaking stand up and, you know, handle the situation. But yeah, so that's pretty much her POV, and she's now figuring things out with her son. So her POV is like, it's okay. It did get a little bit of like, oh, I didn't think that was gonna be the direction we were gonna go, but okay, I'm intrigued to see how that's gonna unfold. But so far, Andy's POV is hands down my absolute favorite POV. It's so good. And they're all so different. But I wonder if they're all gonna connect. I wonder, because that would be really, really cool to see that happen. But so that's my update on Too Close to Home. I'm 70% in. I have like, I think a little bit over 100 pages left. So I'm finishing this book today. I'm gonna finish it. And then my audiobook, I've been actually listening to Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. I started that a few days ago, and I've just been kind of listening to it sporadically. It's not gripping me as much as I thought it was gonna grip me. And if you don't know, this book is pretty much about people that went on a tour in Colorado. Yeah, Rocky Mountains. In the Rocky Mountains, Colorado, I think so, right? Rocky Mountains is in Colorado. So it's snowy, atmosphere, this and that. And things happen and they're now stuck in this storm. And they're in the middle of nowhere, they don't know where they are, and they're getting taken one by one. They're not only getting taken off one by one, but the deaths are really gruesome. Like very, very gruesome. And we have no idea who is the killer and why. And so we are getting little bits of information on each person. And I mean, it's okay, but it's definite. I thought this was gonna grip me way more, especially coming from Hunted. I really enjoyed her book Hunted, which was my first book from her. I thought I was gonna really enjoy this one better, but so far I think it's all right. I'm like 60% in, and nothing has blown me away at all. Like, it's just like, you know, when the murders happen and we find out how they got murdered, I'm like, oh, that's nasty. Like, oh, that sucks. But like, that's it. That's really all the reaction that I'm getting from the book. So I'm hoping the ending packs more of a punch than from the beginning to now, because the beginning to now, like I said, I just been listening to it here and there. Like, I'll listen to it 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. It's easily, like, I can easily put it down and try and read something else. So I do plan on finishing that as well today, because I just want to read it and be done with it. I fear this may be an overhyped book, in my opinion. So anyway, this one is gonna be my my main choice for today. I called off on a mental day because I just don't want to go to work. I don't want to do it. It's a beautiful, beautiful, crisp 50 degrees outside. And I love that kind of weather, and I like to take advantage of it and like do something outside and just read and be in my atmosphere. And I kind of just want to be in that mood of like being by myself and not being around people. You get it. So I'm gonna finish this book. I'm gonna tell you if it's worth pre-order or wait for the library hold. But so far, this is an absolute pre-order, or put a notification on your library so you can get it ASAP, because this book is fucking amazing. So let me stop yapping and give you an update. Andy's POV is so good. I cannot believe. Dude, if she did that for someone else, my jaw will be on the absolute floor. The kids in this book are like up to no good. They are up to no good, just like their parents. Like, it's the kids' drama and then the parents' drama. Like, there's just so much juicy drama in this book. Okay, so I just made a last-minute decision. We're gonna go to a coffee shop, and the weather is just so beautiful, and it's just a beautiful day. I'm like, why am I home? I don't have to go to work today. Let's go to a coffee shop. Let's enjoy the day, and I want some sushi too. So I might go to my not my favorite sushi spot, but it's one of the sushi spots I really enjoy. Pretty affordable too. So hang out with me type of moments. Look at my new hat. Oh, I went to the new the book lounge, a wine coffee bookstore, and I got this hat. It says, ask me about my book. I love it. It's pink. It's cute as fuck. And I look so cute. Okay. All right. So yes, so far it says I have about under 2 hours to finish the book. Perfect. But we did get some information, and I hope that, because it's starting to all connect now, I'm really, really hoping that there's more to it and not just that, because that's one of my like least favorite twists in any book. And I've only read a couple of books to do that twist, and it immediately threw me off. I was like, no. So I'm hoping there's more to it than what they're insinuating at this moment. I really, really hope, because that's gonna tear my 5-star for sure. But we'll see. Let's go get some coffee. So before I go, I wound up signing up for Book of the Month specifically for this book. I was hearing phenomenal things. It's We Who Will Die. We Who Will Die. Bow Before the God of Ruin. Stacia Stark. This is special edition, and it's early release copy. I said, yeah, I'll sign up for that, because I've been hearing such great things about this, and I believe it's just like a romantasy. So I wound up getting that, but I chose the I Love Books beanie. I didn't get it, and I'm very disappointed. I actually left them an email, so hopefully they respond to me, because I really want that beanie. So yeah, I can't wait to dive into this one. This one sounds so good. I had to come back home really quick because I had something I needed to do. I had to check the mail, and I got some book mail, and this is actually from TikTok Shop. They are a blind date with a book, and I just love getting these blind date with a books. They're so much fun. And this is this one. Oh, focus. There you go. Oh, that's so pretty. I ended up requesting a sample, and they gave it to me for free. Cute highlighter. Pick Gothic Horror. I normally pick thriller, but I'm like, I don't know, lately thrillers aren't like wowing me, but the newer ones, and I don't know, I've been really picky lately, so I'm like, let me do a little Gothic horror. See, nice little reading log. I never really use these, but maybe I will one day. And some tabs, always need those. Card, and then that's the business if you want to check them out. Some cute stickers per usual. Oh, this is a very cute bookmark. I don't have a bookmark like this, like magnetic. Lost in a Book, and it's like a little magnetic bookmark. Oh, that's so pretty. I'll definitely be using that. Oh, I love this packaging. Let's see what we got. Gothic Horror. Oh my god, the cover. I'm just like literally, I just saw the bottom of it. Look how stunning it already is. Oh my god, let me see it. I don't even want to look until it's fully out. Wow, this is stunning. I've never heard of this book either. Look at this. That is stunning. Wow, that is so beautiful. Oh, and it has a it passed the flop test for sure. The Stone Road by Trent Jameson. Beyond casement rise, the dead speak beneath your feet, twisted monsters hunger, Jean must defend her own town against the surrounding dark. The most exciting blind date with a book I've ever got. I should pick gothic horror way more often. So good. I am so excited to get into this. Cool. Oh my gosh. Yay. Another one to add to my freaking library that I need way more space. Dude, and I actually just sold a whole bunch of books to used bookstore. I've been doing that lately because it didn't click to me that I could sell my books to bookstores, and I found one that's like family owned. It's very quaint, so I went there one day off of a whim, and she gave me a pretty good deal for what I gave her. So I went back there a couple days ago and we agreed on a good price, and I'm just like, yes, I need to declutter my library, because if I didn't like a book, or if I think I'm just not gonna get to it, it needs to go. It needs to go. We're not gonna be hoarding in 2026, and we're not bringing that energy next year. And I do have a Pango that I do list books on there, but it takes forever to sell on Pango. I don't got the patience, so I just go to my bookstore now and I get money right there. So that's pretty cool. I did go to the coffee shop like I showed you, but I wasn't there very long because I got a text message that I had to come back to my house for something, and I'm like, damn, that sucks. Like, horrible timing, because I was already getting like cozy into my book, but that's okay. It was actually really breezy there, so I was like, damn, I think it's a little too cold to be sitting outside. So now I'm trying to figure out where to go next, and I don't know if it's too early for sushi. It's never too early in my book. It's never too early for sushi, because I freaking love sushi and I'm craving it so bad. But I just have my coffee, and I don't like to like eat food right while I'm drinking coffee. So I want to kill some time still. Maybe we'll go to Books A Million. You want to do that? Let's go to Books A Million. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm just browsing, book browsing, if you will. Also, I just got an email while I was at the coffee shop, and you know, I get publishers that reach out to me, and authors and all the things. And this publisher, I don't remember the name right off the top of my head, but she always emails me if I'm interested in certain books. I'm usually very open to trying any book, because you never know what you're gonna like. And she emailed me. I'm so excited, dude. She emailed me and said she asked me if I wanted to read an early copy of Colleen Hoover's new book. When I heard that she was coming out with another book, I was like, hell yes. I only read Verity. I know she's like a controversial author, but I loved Verity. And if I have an opportunity to read her new book, I'm gonna take it, because I want to know about it before anyone else does, and to see if it's good. Should you pass? Should you wait for the library hold? I love being that guinea pig for you. So I am so freaking excited. So I will be getting that in the mail soon. That will definitely be the next book I read when I receive it. I'm so fucking excited. Okay, that's it. Let's go. Remember when I said I wasn't gonna buy any books? You didn't believe me, right? Me either. How can I say no to $5.97? How can I say no? You're coming home with me. Okay, so I did buy books, but I could not say no. Are you serious? $5.97 for Immortal Dark. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I love vampires. These black vampires, I'm in. And then this one, I was looking at on Fable, like what they were about and their ratings. This one was like, I want to say this was like a 4.2 something on Fable, and I was like, that's a good rating. And Tate James is an author I have heard about. There was another book that people were like going crazy. I think it's Dear Reader or something. And the cover just looks so nice, and the sprayed edge. Seventh Circle, and this is a why choose dark romance. When it comes to dark romance, why choose is my favorite trope. $5.97, I'm not complaining, okay? And the sprayed edges, and it looks very short, so figured, what the hell? And then this one's another one that was on my TBR, and I don't see this book very often. I think I heard maybe one person talk about it, and it sounded really good. The author is Kara Hunter, and it's The Whole Truth. And I know this is the first book in like a series. It says, you think you know the story, think again. And it was $5.97 as well. And I really like this cover too. This is actually a thriller. I thought this was a dark romance for some reason. Maybe there's romance in it, I don't know. Also, this is like police procedural. Oh shit, okay, awesome. I knew it was on my TBR, that's why I got it. And then this one, Alex E. Harrow. People are raving about this author's newest release. I have it on my radar because it sounds really good. And this one's Starling House, and I know for a fact I've seen a lot of people talk about this book for $5.97 with the beautiful purple spray edges. Oh my god, and that flop. Oh, you don't even know, it gives me goosebumps, gives me chills. And I was reading the synopsis of this one. It says it's like gothic, haunted house, gothic. Oh, that sounds so freaking good. I am so excited. If you read any of these books, let me know. But those are the ones I got. I got 4 books, and it was $23. So I think that's a freaking steal. And on top of that, the books that I sold, I'll just use that money. Girl math. The books were free. So there you go. Let's go get sushi. I'm starving. Oh my god, that was so nice. I've eaten at this sushi place before, but it was like over a year ago. And I recently saw that they had ramen. Even though I didn't get the ramen this time, I was like, oh, let me just go back there, because from the last time I remember, the sushi was really good. I'm so glad I did, because it's so dim. As you saw in the video, it's so dim, it's so relaxing, there's barely anyone there. And I feel like that's the kind of atmosphere I want when I read. It's definitely scratched the itch of like reading outdoors or outside of my house. And I finished my book. Ah! Okay, so I'm settling on a 4.75 star. And I know that sounds like, girl, just give it the damn 5 star. No, I can't. Like, even though it was this close, like this close. Oh my god, I was so close to giving it 5 stars. But that twist, the conclusion of what was really going on and the connection of what was really going on, I really dislike it. I really dislike that trope. If it isn't a crime thriller, this trope should not be used. I know that sounds so like, what? But in my opinion, it's just like, that should be specifically for like crime thrillers, not just regular neighborhood drama thrillers. Like, it throws me off so much, and I don't like it. Although the author, Serafina, you did great with it. You did great. It was done well, and it wasn't heavily on that specific trope. It just was the conclusion. So that's why I was like, oh, 4 or 5 or 4. Like, I was kind of like thinking about it, but the ending had my nerves shocked. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? The whole book had me like that. And you know what? When a book can have me like that throughout the whole time, it's a phenomenal book. And so I'm gonna rate it 4.75. Absolutely encourage you to pre-order or put the notification for your library, because it is so good. And I'm so glad I read it. It felt so good to like eat sushi, my favorite food in the whole world, reading a really good book. I'm still finishing Dead of Winter, so I'll let you know when I finish that one, and then we'll wrap up this video. Good morning, friends. I finished my workout and took a shower, just doing a little self-care before I have to go to work today. I wanted to give you guys a reading update. I finished Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates this morning. And I have to say, I am a bit disappointed. I don't think I heard not one bad review before getting into this book. I was so excited. I've been wanting to read this since last year. And I just feel like nothing happened. Nothing happened. I mean, people were dying, but it was like, but we already knew that that was going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's in the synopsis. I just felt like there was nothing unique about this story, and it did not need to be this long. And like, why did it have to be this long? It was so much of, oh, I think it's him. Oh, I think it's him, or I think it's her. And just like taking notes on the people and trying to connect things. And obviously that's a thing you do, but like, give me something else. Give me something unique. Give me. And then the whole conclusion as well, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I was just like, okay, just be done with this. Please let me be done with this. It wasn't bad. It was just so average for like what it was. This is an isolated, snowy thriller where they're getting taken one by one. That's exactly what you get. Like, literally, there's no uniqueness at all. Don't expect to be wowed, especially if you're a seasoned thriller or horror. You're not. And I would just pass on this one, to be honest. I would pass. I'm gonna just settle on a 3-star because it wasn't bad. Like I said, there were moments that I was like, oh, I'm feeling I'm getting grabbed. And then all of a sudden it was like, it dwindled real fast. So yeah, and it took me way too long to finish this audiobook. I'm just so underwhelmed. And that's sad because I really enjoyed Hunted. But yeah, 3-star, average, very, very average, and just not much to it at all. So I am gonna end this vlog here. I am just gonna relax before work, and I need to edit. The fun part, oh gosh, I have so much editing to do, so I'm gonna try to get some editing done. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I hope you have a beautiful day.